The Rivers State Sole Administrator swearing in the new council administrators. Ibas also advised them to prioritize the well-being of the people and work assiduously to ensure that the benefit of good governance, sustainable development, and peace is adequately felt by all.
Your selection to this important office is not by chance, but a recognition of your capacity to lead, your commitment to service, and the trust reposed in you to bring governance closer to the people. As you assume office, be reminded that the local government is the closest tier of government to the people.
Meanwhile, the appointment of the council administrators has deepened the political divide between supporters of the suspended Governor Sim Fubara and those loyal to former Governor Nyesom Wike, the current FCT minister.
I want to commend him in his action to appoint or has appointed 23 local government administrators.
Like the president has said, if there were actually a breakdown of law and order, was it also to come here and dissolve all the established government structure and governance structure that existed before he came and to reconstitute it, in about 2 weeks' time that he has been here?
Recently, the former governor of Rivers State, Nyesom Wike, came to Rivers State on Sunday, and we had the purpose of his visit was to conclude a writing of names on the appointment of the sole administrators of the various AGs and the board, agency, and parastatals. That issue, so many persons raised it, including myself. But very unfortunate, it was undermined.
Many are already questioning why the sole administrator proceeded with these appointments, despite a High Court order in Port Harcourt restraining him from doing so. The coordinator, Piles Center for Civic Education, had obtained a court order to that effect.
The court agreed with us and compelled the sole administrator to come and show cause why these prayers to restrain him from appointing administrators for the local government, why these prayers should not be granted.
Meanwhile, the leadership of the People's Democratic Party in the state has vowed to challenge all the appointments made so far by Ibas in court.
We'll challenge all these actions, we'll challenge it in court. Even if we know that judiciary is already compromised, we'll challenge all his action in the court.
From Port Harcourt, it's Andy Omano, Arise News.
Well, the appointment of these council leaders is coming despite a court order, like you just had Andy Omano there, against it. We'll cross to Rivers State and have a conversation with Honorable Ezebunwo Ichemati, who was the former mayor, Port Harcourt City local government area. Ezebunwo, glad to have you join us on Arise News.
Thank you for having me.
Well, like you had there, PDP saying they would challenge all these appointments by Ibas in the court. What do you think about that?
Well, it is a right step to take because the appointments so far made, the actions of the sole administrator has shown that he is not neutral in the political impasse that has bedeviled Rivers State. Upon his inauguration, so to say, when he arrived at Rivers State, he made it clear that he was coming for neutrality and that he wouldn't want to work with politicians. And that is why it gave room for him to make the commissioners' political appointments were dissolved. And so when that step was taken, we feel that going forward, whatever is happening, he will be dealing with the civil servants. But by what he has shown, he has gone, is an interested party. He has gone to show that his inauguration was a political disguise to finally capture and conquer Rivers State in what we call political fundamentalism. It is a sad one that the sole administrators that were appointed in the 23 local governments are all known diehard supporters of the minister. So what are we not saying? Where is the peace that we are preaching about leading us to?
Exactly.
Because it is unheard of that you come in, you claim to be neutral, and every appointment you have done, you're only bringing in the supporters of the minister. And so how does this lead to the peace and reconciliation that the president in he said because of what is happening, a sole administration will be brought in because of the pipeline bombings, a sole administration. And since the sole administrator came to Rivers State, he has not visited any of the supposed pipelines that were bombed. Rather, he is focused on the political aspects of Rivers State, contributing to what has brought Rivers State to where it is today. And it is a sad one that as a state, we are where we are today because the FCT minister has decided that for there to be peace in Rivers State, he should be the one controlling everything, making decisions and all. So if you decide to have a dissenting view, if you decide not to be used, then you will be incapacitated through threats, intimidation, arrest, and frivolous blackmails. And at every point in time that a discussion of peace is being carried out, you will see that these persons who are benefiting from the crisis would always carry out actions, provocative actions that will lead to the peace discussions to be stalled. You remember in the 8-point agenda of the president, the governor, I'm coming, sir, in the 8-point agenda of the president, the governor fulfilled number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. He brought in those commissioners. The House of Assembly members were paid. But at the point of the final fulfillment of that particular 8-point agenda, these assembly members went on repealing laws that the FCT minister enjoyed during his time as governor, repealing laws that makes a governor who he is in Rivers State.
All right,
apart from that, they started arrest of the governor's supporters.
All right, Ezebon, you've actually raised...
Myself, I was arrested.
Yeah, good.
Just to...
You were the former mayor of Port Harcourt City local government area.
Yes.
You've raised an issue that I want us to look at because you're on ground. The essence of this emergency rule declared by the president in Rivers State was for reconciliation. Give us a hint. What's happening is with these, what's going on now, the appointment of the sole administrators of the 23 local government areas, the appointment of even chairman and members of RISIEC, that's Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission. Is there any reconciliation going on, or what does it really say? Nigerians will want to know whether the reconciliation is really going on, because I mean, it has 6 months to last there to bring peace to Rivers State.
The truth of this whole matter is that peace is far from Rivers State by the actions of the sole administrator, who has decided to be a political actor in the political impasse that has bedeviled Rivers State. How can there be peace? How can you say there is peace when at every point in time you carry out actions that will be inimical to the peace that we are talking about? Like as I was saying, when that particular aspect of the governor fulfilling the 8-point agenda, arrests were made, the governor's supporters were being arrested, they were being threatened so that they can be cowed. So it was at that point the governor withdrew. By court judgments, he decided that, okay, since these people are doing like this, everything he would go on with governance. And now we are another point of reconciliation. They have started again with another round of threats. They have started again with another round of intimidation. You are aware that the former head of service came out with frivolous blackmails, which are just things that they carry out to forestall peace and reconciliation that we are talking about. You saw the blackmail he carried out against the former chief of staff. while I was against the chief of staff government house, while I was arrested in IRUT, I was also made, I was asked to lie in my letter. I was also made to lie against the chief of staff. And now we are where we are again.
Who asked you to lie?
Of reconciliation. And I'm coming, another round, the IPO that was handling, that was investigating me when I was arrested. Now we are on another round of reconciliation. You are now carrying out programs, processes that are provocative, processes that would
is there
make
reconciliation?
the governor react.
Okay,
I'm coming, sir. They are carrying out processes that will make the governor react or his supporters react. And when they react, they will not come again and say the governor is the one avoiding peace and reconciliation. How is it possible that since the sole administration came to Rivers State, he has not visited the supposed pipelines that we have vandalized?
Okay, but
he has not visited. Rather, he dissolved the governor's men and he is now appointing all supporters of the minister. Since the sole administration came on board, we have not had any formal communication between the government and the people of Rivers State. Rather, what we see every day on social media, supporters of the minister will come up with a list.
Okay.
So I'm coming. Supporters of the minister will come up with a list.
We're working.
Once they publish any list.
I want to be able to get things across because we're working with time. You don't have all the time in the world. Now, Ibas says his reason for the appointments is because of the urgent need to strengthen grassroots governance. What do you make of his reasoning? Is it tenable to you? He said he visited some areas and
well, his reasons have been defeated by what we are seeing. When he came on board, he met with the head of local government administration. He met with them and he said he's coming here as a neutral man. He would work with only civil servants. And the head of local government administrators are there as the most senior civil servants in the 23 local governments. So why are you not working with them? And you're not you collected names from the FCT minister. Inobiakpo, the man appointed there, is a senior cousin to the FCT minister. And you saw what happened yesterday. The moment they were supposedly inaugurated, they got to the Obiakpo Council. You see them bringing down posters of the governor. Are these people not political?
Now the federal high court.
What we are saying is that what we are saying is that they are carrying
the federal high court the federal high court in Port Harcourt issued an interim injunction for him not to execute his appointments. He still went ahead to do that. What does this say about the administrator in terms of regard for the rule of law and the Constitution?
It is a sad one that we are where we are as a state. And everything that you're saying, you're the one saying it. Disobedience to the Federal High Court and actions that are showing that he is here to favor only the FCT minister and his supporters. So what they could not do to remove the governor, they are now doing it through the administrator, bringing down every structure of the governor in the state. But one thing is certain, the governor has been preaching peace in Rivers State. Even as at this moment, after his unconstitutional suspension, he has preached peace, he has maintained peace, he has asked supporters of his to maintain peace. But you know one thing, with the way the sole administrator is going, appointing known key supporters of the FCT minister, there is a limit to what Rivers people can take. Even the governor will not be able to control Rivers people when they decide to rise in defense of democracy. Continued assault on the democracy of Rivers State will might lead to chaos in Rivers State if the sole administrator is not called to order. These appointments that he is doing, putting known faces of supporters of the FCT minister. In Emoga, the same thing they did. In Ikwere local government, the same thing they did. Yesterday, Rivers State, it was only supporters of the FCT ministers that were celebrating these 23 local government administrators.
From what I understand,
because information has it that the FCT minister wrote their names and gave to them.
Okay.
And you can imagine the people that came out for RISEC.
Okay,
the RISEC list. The other day, yesterday I'm coming. Yesterday we saw another purported appointment of one Mr. Samuel Wanosike Ishi to be the sole administrator of the River State Waste Management Agency. This is somebody, a man that openly in broad daylight called the governor a foolish governor. And these are the people you are bringing to man political offices in River State.
Okay.
And you feel Rivers people should be quiet. And you feel Rivers people should feel you are neutral.
All right, Ezebunwo,
Everything is boiled down to capturing River State, capturing our resources, capturing our money, and taking them back to Abuja. But the time will come, Rivers people will rise.
We've run out of time.
It will be very difficult.
We've run out of time. Honorable Ezebunwo Ichemati, a former mayor, Port Harcourt City Local Government area. Thank you for being on Newsnight. We hope that indeed peace returns to the people of Rivers and to Rivers State.